Folks, this is HexagonalSpy, the Spy, so now let's resume on the Halloween deck review. Night-Day Gruffer is a Gemini monster, so when it's treated as a normal monster will face up on the field or in the graveyard. While this card is a normal monster and that's on the field, you can always summon it to become an effect monster. During your end phase, you can target one equipped spell in your graveyard and add that target into your hand. You can only use this effect once per turn. Destructon is a psychic effect. During the end phase, if this card is only the psychic type monster you control, destroy it. You can pay 1,000 life points, then target one said spell or trap card your opponent controls and destroy it. So that's a down effect, but if you use this effect right away, you wouldn't have to worry about that. But you need to make sure you got a psychic monster on the field. Trap card, Kunai Wood Chain, as one of these choices. When an opponent's monster attacks, target the attacking monster. Change that target to defense position. Or target one face-up monster you control and equip this card to that target. It gains 500 attack points. You can actually use both effects at the same time. DD Warrior Lady. After damage calculation, when this card battles an opponent's monster, you could banish that monster. Also banish this card. A down effect of this double-edged sword. Okay, this one's old, but this is a good card. Trap Master is a flip effect. Destroys one trap card on the field. If this card targets a face down, flip it up. If this card is a trap card, destroys it. If not, then it returns to the sub down position. The flip effect of that will not be activated. Gotta make sure if it's a trap card if you wish to destroy something. Penton the Dark Clown. When this card is sent to your graveyard, you can remove this card from the game to spell summon another copy from your hand or deck. You can run 3 of these if you like. It's not much of a defense, but it's something. Amazona's Archer. You contribute 2 monsters to inflict 12,000 points of damage to your opponent. It's a pretty cool effect, but if you're willing to pay the cost. Alright, this one's the Summoned Skull, so nothing there. Alright, this one is a ritual monster, a Fiend Mirror. You can only ritual this card with the Beastly Mirror Ritual. Giant Trunade, a spell card. Return all the spells or trap cards on the field to their respective owners. This is an old card, but it's a good card. Royal Keeper. You can flip this card face down to position once per turn during your main phase. When this card's flipped face down, flip face up, it increases attack and defense points of this card by 300 until the end of the turn that this card is flipped face up. A legendary Fiend. During each of your standby phases, this card gains 700 attack points. So if you wish to make this stronger even more to be superior, gotta make sure you keeps making sure that stays alive. This is the Dark Magician, half the people's favorite. Doom Caliber Knight. Cannot be spelled or summoned. During either player's turn, when a monster's effect is activated, tribute this face-up card and negate the activation, and if you do, destroy that monster. Sabersaurus. This is a dinosaur monster, so not much. Ghost Horse, same as before. Another Ghost Horse, same as before. Equip magic card, Malevolent Neutralizer. A monster equipped with this card increases tap points by 700. When this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you get paid 500 life points, so place it on the top of your deck. If you want to keep it on the top of your deck. Nobleman of Crossout. Target one face down monster and remove from the game. If the monster is a flip effect, both players must check their respective decks and remove all monsters with the same name from play, then shuffle the deck, just to keep things fair. Old Fictive Magician. It's a flip monster effect. Target one monster your opponent controls and destroy that target. Trap card. Widespread Ruin. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, destroy the attack position of your opponent's monster controls with the highest attack, your choice if tied. Okay, this one can be useful if your deck is involvement of remove cards. Grand Machu da Isiam. This card's attack points and defense points are each equal to the number of cards that you're removed from the game by times 400. It can be a powerful card if you want to keep removing cards. A continuous trap card, Dimension Gate. When this card is activated, target one monster you control, banish that target face up. When an opponent's monster declares their direct attack, you can send this face-up card to the graveyard, and if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can special summon the monster banished by that first effect. It could be pretty useful when it comes to it. Oh, shit. Yeah. The Tiki Curse. Continuous trap card. After the activation, the special summon of this card is treated as a monster effect. Rock type and attack and defense points are 18 and 1000. While this card is treated as an effect monster, if the trap card is treated as a monster battles opponent's monster, destroy the opponent's monster after damage calculation. Pretty cool. The Tricky. You can special summon this card from your hand by discarding one card. The Ejection Fairy Lady. If this card attacked or is attacked during the damage calculation during either player's turn, you can pay 2,000 life points once per battle. This card gains 3,000 attack points during that battle calculation only. It can be pretty useful in some duels. One Storm of Equisia. Change the battle position of all the face-up monsters your opponent controls. Pretty good for a defensive card. Second, if this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, move one monster with an attack of 15,000 or less from your deck to your hand. Your deck is then shuffled. Tribute to the Doom. Discard one card from your hand, select one monster on the field to destroy it. Yami, a field spell. Increase the attack and defense points of all fiend or spellcaster type monsters by 200. Also decrease the attack and defense points of all fairy type monsters by 200. A fitting place for spellcasters and fairy types. A continuous spell card, Gracekeeper Servant. Unless your opponent sends one card from the top of his or her deck to the graveyard, he or she cannot attack. So if they want to attack you, they need to send the top card from the deck to the grave. Now, 3 of a kind. If your opponent controls 3 or more cards with the same name, if You control 3 or more monsters with the same name, except tokens. Target 3 cards on your opponent controls and destroy those targets. Can be pretty handy for a Cyber Dragon deck. The Hunter with the 7 weapons. When this card is normal summoned, declare one type of monster. When it battles the type of monster declared, increase the attack points of this card by 1,000 during the damage calculation only. Dispel. Target 1 spell card and destroys it, and target 1 face down card and flip it face up. If it's a spell card, it's destroyed. If it's not, place it back down. Ringed Rhinos. When a trap card is activated, you can return this face-up card from the field to its owner's hand. Eternal Rest. Destroy all monsters with equip spell cards. Reinforcement of the Army. When this trap card is activated, target 1 monster on the field and increases of its attack points by 500. Equip magic card. When you equip to a monster, that card's increase of its attack and defense points by 400 and 200. Newborn Guard. When this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent's life points, you can return 1 continuous spell card from your graveyard to put at the top of your deck. If you want to, that is. Possessive Dark Soul. Now, offer this face-up card as a tribute to take control of all the face-up level 3 or lower monsters of your opponent side the field until they are destroyed or they're removed from the field. So if you want the level 3s, you can use Possessive Dark Soul to do that trick. Ancient Elf, nothing special. Gravity Axe Squirrel, equip magic card. When a monster equipped with this card increases its attack points by 500. As long as this card remains face up on the field, the monsters your opponent's side of the field's control cannot change their battle positions. Sonic Bird. When this card is normal summoned or flip summoned, you can select 1 ritual spell card from your deck and add it to your hand, and then shuffle your deck. Metamorph Trap card. Target 1 face-up monster on the field and equip to this card to that target. Increase of its 300 attack and defense points, and if it attacks, it gains attack points of half the attack points of the attacking target, only during the damage calculation only. Gotta make sure you play that card right, otherwise it won't do. Big Eye. When this card flip face up, see the top 5 cards of your deck and arrange them in any order as you please. It puts them in the top of the deck. You can't shuffle the deck if you do this. Penguin Soldier. If this card flip face up, return up to 2 monsters on the field to the target's hands. I'll be right back.